I've been studying human rights in Burma.
Most of the little kids in India, they don't have like a lot of education, and the parents don't force them to go to school.
It's not like you just want to know what's happening around like your area. You want to know, well, like what's worldwide. So I mean, cause who knows? Maybe you could help them, maybe you can't, but at least you could try.
When we think about the continent of Africa, to be clear that with European domination of history and the writing and the creation of that history, that when we think generally of Africa, we think of sub-Saharan or black Africa.
Oftentimes, the conflicts that we see or hear about that take place on the continent are a result of false nations being created, right? Trying to make people who didn't agree with each other for hundreds of years to suddenly now be part of the same nation state or country.
What's one of the first things you hear when somebody talks about health care as it relates to black Africa?
I'm gonna start off with the problem. So basically in Africa, there are many individuals that are infected with HIV or AIDS, but most of the population is in sub-Saharan or what they call black Africa. And because not much was known about HIV and AIDS in the mid-1980s, people weren't aware that they were infected with HIV until it progressed to the final stages of the virus or until they were near death.
In total, 22 million adults and children were living with HIV in Sub-Saharan.
The government had to work on prevention. They include encouraging people to revise their sexual behavior and abstaining from sex, delaying sex, being faithful to one partner or fewer partners, and use condoms constantly.
And I'm going to be giving you 5 recommendations on what the U.S. and the U.S. citizens can do. Donate money and get supplies for health clinics over there.
The only thing I'm asking for you is to please use the great equalizer that God has given everyone, and that is a brain.
I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the Congo, which is a country located within Africa. It is like central or southern like Africa, and the country is rich with minerals, gold, oil, and etc.
In the conflicts that's basically going on in the Congo are rape, war, minerals being stolen, kidnapping, robbing, killing, torturing, enslavement, and medical problems.
About tens of thousands of rapes have been recorded by the UN in the eastern provinces of North and South Kivu over the past year.
Other groups that are trying to make a difference for the women and the people of the Congo is the IRC, International Rescue Committee, which is a health program.
I'm writing to the women who are being beaten and raped.
Everything that you guys do, and even the letters that we're going to write later today, are going to have a huge difference in the lives of people who are suffering from human rights violations all around the world.
Female genital mutilation is a worldwide social issue. It mainly affects women. What female genital mutilation involves is the manipulation or the destruction of the female's genitalia.
Like you, like me, like them, like the video lady, those are human beings.
The reason this procedure is done is to preserve virginity.
This procedure leaves long-term complications such as urinary infections, HIV/AIDS, and pelvic diseases.
91% of Somali women have underwent the procedure FGM.
If you're not focused, if you're not guided by good teachers, if you don't have a company of good friends, if you don't have a solid foundation of good parents who impart good values, you end up drifting away.
Overall, begging in India mainly is not a choice, it's a demand, also a business.
Info: women hire their babies from the local mafia. Women continuously have babies if it helps them with begging.
When kids don't attend school, they go to the streets and look for help.
You know, they can't ever move up. They can't send their children to good schools. You know, they can't have this kind of an infrastructure that you guys are studying in.
50% of the people in India are in poverty.
A laborer in India, for the whole day, he gets paid 50 rupees, which is $1.
Government recommends people to call Highline instead of giving money. When you see a child begging anywhere, give them food instead of money. There are different organizations that are donating money to help children, and you can be part of it.
We are trying to make people realize that it is truly hard living as kids in poverty in India.
There's one thing that God has been fair about. One thing life has been fair about. Everybody got a brain, got a mind, and has the chance to use it.